Okay, hello everybody. So let's talk about the first problem here. We are multiplying radicals. So remember, we have a binomial times a binomial. So we want to either use FOIL or the grid board, whichever method you preferred. So I'm going to first multiply 3 root 3 times 4 root 3. So 3 times 4 is 12. Root 3 times root 3 is 3. So right there I get 12 times 3, which is 36. Now I do the outer terms, 3 root 3 times 3 root 2. So 3 times 3 is positive 9. Root 3 times root 2 is root 6. So remember, you're always multiplying radical times radical, number times number. Then the inner terms is negative 2 times 4 is negative 8. Radical 2 times radical 3 is radical 6. And then the last terms, negative 2 root 2 times 3 root 2. Negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. And root 2 times root 2 is plain old 2. So now let's take a look and bring down everything. Bringing down the 9 root 6, the minus 8 root 6. 6 times 2 is 12. Which are like terms here are these two here in the middle. So I'm doing 9 minus 8. So I'm going to get 1 root 6, or plain old 6. And then the other pair of like terms is 36 minus 12, which is 24. So that's my answer for the first part. The second question here is 1 over the square root of 3 minus 5. Okay, this was the problem where you're dividing. You cannot have a radical in the denominator. So we need to get the conjugate of root 3 minus 5. And we talked about that. That was root 3 plus 5. So I'm going to take that and multiply the top and bottom because I need to balance the fraction. And now I'm going to multiply across. So the top is not going to change because 1 times that is still the same thing. The bottom is totally different. This is the one where it was following that pattern that we discussed. A squared minus b squared. So a was always that first part. B was the last number. So if I do a squared, which is root 3 times root 3 is plain old 3, minus b is 5. 5 times 5, 25. So now when I simplify the bottom, I get negative 22. And the top remains root 3 plus 5.